ironic with the holidays here that people do suffer from stress and anxiety over the holidays. I mean, it's amazing how sometimes when we have good things in our lives happening, like, for example, some of the top 10 stressful events that people can face in their lives are good things. Things like getting married, a new job, a new house, for example. And, of course, there are many bad things, too, like getting a divorce, losing your job, But the bottom line is that your body manifests the stress reaction in the same way. It doesn't really know the difference. The fight or flight mechanism is triggered either way, whether something good happening or bad. I mean, I've had clients, I've trained some of the top Wall Street hedge fund owners and CEOs up here in New York area. And, some of these people would be like very happy, a lot of great things happening in their lives, but they were so wired, they were so amped up on making sure everything worked out properly. They were control freaks in a sense. And, of course, if you are a control freak, if you feel everything has to be right, trust me, you suffer from a lot of stress and anxiety because, in a sense, you're not happy unless everything goes your way. And so what I began realizing is that even when things are going good in life, we can still be manifesting dis-ease. Again, the word dis-ease means that you're not at ease. And if you're not going with the flow of life and you're, in a sense, wound up, running too tight or running too hot, I mean, we have global warming, the planet's heating up. What's going on with our economy? We've been running 24/7, fast forward. We're going too hot. People are so amped up on trying to perform and maximizing their efficiency. They're not in touch and in balance with life. And because of that, the planet's heating up and people are heating up. I mean, look at the main cause of diseases now. If you look at the scientific literature, stress, anxiety, and depression lead to inflammatory conditions. And, of course, inflammatory conditions are the hallmark of what causes most chronic diseases, including the aging process, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, insulin dysfunction. You name it. Everything's heating up, and your body is too. And, again, you need to cool down. You need to chill out and go with the flow. Get back in touch with what is important in life, which is really just being happy and being centered in who you are. And that begins by getting in touch. Now, when I was a holistic lifestyle coach and I was training people in the gym, a lot of times we would actually have to touch their bodies, like tap them as they were doing exercises in the gym. If you've ever seen a personal trainer, they're tapping the muscles because the person has lost touch with that part of their body. They don't know how to actually, in a sense, contract to work those muscles. And so you're developing the mind-muscle link by tapping the body. And so just as people are hiring trainers because they're out of touch, they're even more so out of touch with their emotional bodies. This is an epidemic in this country. People are so out of touch. I mean, they say we're going through an economic depression. I mean, hello, we also have Prozac Nation. Look at the amount of prescriptions. There are more antidepressant prescriptions written for people in this country than in the whole world combined. And so, again, the thing is that people are suffering from what I would say is an epidemic of stress, anxiety, and tension. And so if you want to take the edge off and maybe just control even the subtle amounts of stress and anxiety and tension in your life, you may want to consider fast-acting Gabatrol. I mean, it works in as little as 15 to 30 minutes. It's all natural. It has a combination of amino acids and the herb Kanna, K-A-N-N-A, that can safely and effectively reduce stress and anxiety in as little as 15 to 30 minutes.